if you can find a way right now to say, just how I am right now, I can be the happiest I've ever been. I can choose it. I can look for every reason I'm lucky. That if you can find a way to say, you know what, this body I have, this condition does not create my emotional well-being. Emotionally, can you connect that you can have this pain, but also have a great life if this is just your thing that you have to have? That I find the path to overcoming these things is, number one, accepting it at the same time that you're doing everything you can to change it. And that might sound really strange. How do I accept it and fight to change it? Money's kind of like pain in this way, right? People who don't have it, there's some suffering that can happen, right? That you don't have everything you want. So you want to do everything you can to be able to earn a good living, to have all the things you want in life. And at the same time, you have to find a way to be happy even when you're poor, right? Like that, we have to find a way, because otherwise it's just suffering until we reach our goal. And that suffering keeps us from reaching our goal, because if we feel depressed and unhappy, then we don't have as much enthusiasm to go off to work, right? I remember when I first moved from Pennsylvania to start my residency, I was poor. I'd been a student now for like 8 years. I had nothing. And then I moved to Los Angeles. And I had a studio apartment that cost me $1,150 a month. And it was so expensive, I didn't have money for furniture. So when Tom came to visit me, I slept on the floor with a blanket I borrowed from a friend. So I slept on the floor, and then I'd get up in the morning and go be a doctor, my residency program, right? I slept on the floor with my 2 cats. And I remember when Tom helped me move, and we're laying on the floor on somebody else's old blanket. And I remember saying to him, I just never want to forget that this is the happiest I've ever been. That, you know, that I didn't need a bed to be happy. I didn't need money to be happy. I still had lupus, but I was grateful. Like this, I could be happy forever like this. Now, I'm glad that I now have more things, and I have a bed, and I have other things, and that I'm healthy. But if you can find a way right now to say, just how I am right now, I can be the happiest I've ever been. I can choose it. I can look for every reason I'm lucky. Maybe you have a bed. That's a good reason to be lucky, right? That if you can find a way to say, you know what, this body I have, this condition does not create my emotional well-being. My hands hurt, then I'm going to warm them up. I'm going to plan to warm them up. I'm going to hyper-nourish to heal whatever's going on behind it and get rid of it. But in the meantime, I can have this problem and have a beautiful life. I can be grateful for right now, even while I'm doing everything I can to get rid of it.